great teaching, great facilities, and wonderful opportunities. These are the three main advantages of studying in a British university nowadays, as I have experienced them. But when I talk about wonderful opportunities, I mean the experience that you can get through the projects and through the high professionals you meet in your field while you study. However, what happens after you graduated can be a slightly different story. I am Catalina George, Romanian writer and journalist in the UK, and today I will talk about the downfalls of having graduated from a British university in the current economic situation in the UK. I will keep today's vlog short, sweet and to the point, as I plan to talk about such matters in the future again and possibly into more detail. But I should have probably started by saying that the biggest advantage of having graduated from a British university is that you will have that British university diploma in your hands. It might not be so entirely fair, but having a British diploma in higher education and having a Romanian diploma in higher education will not weigh the same when you are looking for work. I think both in the UK and in Romania as well. For me, studying for a master's degree in the UK was part of my long-term professional goals. Not only for that piece of paper, that diploma that shows that I have put so much effort into studying part-time as a working adult as well, but for all the skills, the knowledge and the experience that I added to my professional background already started and built in Romania. But once you have graduated, does the higher education diploma from a British university weigh really heavily in finding a job on the employment market? It matters, but at the same time, life experience might make you wonder if investment is really returned in this case. In an article published about a year ago, The Guardian drew some quite harsh conclusions about higher education in the UK nowadays. They were saying that if British universities were banks, they would go bankrupt for misleading their clients. They would have to be fined because they didn't give all the information that the clients had when they applied for loans or for an investment. And the high rates of tuition fees today to study for either a BA or even more for a master's degree justify in a way this comparison. We all invest in our future, and particularly if you take a loan for a master's degree, you don't have the advantage to be able to pay at a rate at which your salary increases. No matter if you can't find work that would be suitable to your skills and to your education after a master's degree, you will still have to pay that rate that you agreed on with the bank when you took the loan. Just think about this for a minute. You have invested money that you don't even own, because it was a loan, of course, into improving yourself so that you can achieve your professional potential. But then when you start looking for jobs, you see that a lot of employers would not only look for that degree level education that you have, but they will also require 1, 2 or 3 years of experience in your field in the UK. How would you feel if you just hit this wall and are unable to find a job that would be suitable to your skills and your education? Would you feel disappointed? Most probably yes. Would you feel misled? Again, most probably yes. Would you feel that you basically lost some money, a lot of money and time, with something that might not even eventually pay off? Quite possibly again. Now, as an optimist and positive person, generally, I believe that with resilience and focus, everybody can get where their skills and experience will take them to. But at the same time, I know that if you're facing difficult times in finding a proper job for yourself, this can affect your mental health, and then mental health difficulties will weaken your focus and your resilience. It seems like a circle. What is the solution then? When people pay so much for their tuition fees, yes, they get a lot of great knowledge and a great experience as a student in higher education here in the UK. But what happens afterwards? Can that be helped one way or another? Can universities be held to account entirely for what happens to their students after they have graduated? Now, I do think that universities could put a little bit more effort into studying the employment market and also into educating employers on, let's say, transferable skills. But at the same time, I don't think it's universities' jobs to decide on matters such as the bigger economic picture that happens at that point in one country or another. That's all down to the political will of regulating such things, of comparing the employment market with the education offered in the country at that point. So here in the UK, I'm looking at politicians whom I think are mostly responsible for how education is happening currently in this country. A friend of mine just pointed out on Facebook this week that the law project of bringing minimum wage for young people to the same level as the minimum wage for people over 25 will be basically detrimental to younger people. And he's right. The point he was making was that if an employer can pay somebody without experience the same amount of money that they would pay for an employee with experience, then what chances do graduates have? What chances do people around 20-something years old stand on the employment market? As I said in my previous video about employment market here in the UK, it is all around political will and laws which don't seem to help people who do pursue a higher education all that much nowadays. Now I'm going to wrap up this vlog before my battery just runs out. I'm not sure that I managed to keep it sweet and short. Sorry if I didn't. I hope though that you found some of the information that I presented here helpful. Next time I'm going to come back with a fun vlog that will have to do with some steam power technology. Meanwhile, please remember to subscribe to my channel, and until next time then, ciao for now!